Yo, what is up everybody? Popo here bringing guys a new video, and today I got 5 more teams for you to try in Regulation H. Let's go. Welcome everybody, and today I got 5 more teams for you guys to try in Regulation H. These are teams that I just built and look pretty good, and one that I actually made a video for the other day. So let's get started with that one. Actually, we have a Scrafty team. If you haven't seen the video, make sure you go check that out. I did some battles live on stream. I will be streaming tomorrow as well, doing some Regulation H. So come and hang out. I'm doing it both on YouTube and Twitch, so whatever of those platforms you prefer, stop by and say what's up, and come and hang out and come up with some ideas. Bring me some ideas. I'd love to try what you guys are playing. So we have Scrafty. He's going to be Poison Terra. I have not ever Terra'd him, but it's possible that you could. There are some okay-ish fairy types that you might want to Poison Terra in front of, but we got Fake Out, Close Combat, Knockoff, and Dragon Tail. Yes, Dragon Tail. This is going to allow us to get Pokemon that have boosts away. Archludon is one of the biggest ones here. After Archludon gets 1 or 2 boosts, you can Dragon Tail it away after it's like halfway dead, and then it has to come back out later with nothing on it, especially if the rain is finally gone for you. For the EVs, we got 252, 164, 36, 52, and 4 with the minus. Because we are 1, that will give us 57 rather than 56. And this allows us to outspeed minimum speed Scrafties that might be out there for whatever reason. There's nothing between 56 and 58, so 57 doesn't change anything that 56 already doesn't do. So you might as well go for it just in the one-off case scenario that this becomes relevant. So, and of course the Assault Vest is going to make him super bulky. This is an item that was common on him in the past, so we're just going to throw it on him again. Next, we have Sylveon. This is going to be Fire Terra. We have the Throat Spray, of course. This is going to give a boost when it uses any of its sound-based moves. We got Pixelate, Hyper Voice to get that boost from Throat Spray. This also turns into a fairy move thanks to Pixelate. We have Terra Blast. This is going to be essentially Moon Blast. And it's going to do a ton of damage. Also, when you Terra into Fire type, it becomes a Fire move Quick Attack just to finish off certain Pokemon. And Protect, we have 252, 252, and 4. It's a pretty standard set for Sylveon. You could go minus speed, so that way your attack is a little bit higher for Quick Attack. I don't feel like it's needed. Quick Attack also does pretty decent damage to Hydreigon, so you can keep that in mind too. We got Blood Moon Ursaluna. This is going to be normal Terra, pretty basic, Life Orb, Mind's Eye, Hyper Voice, Moonblast, Earth Power, Protect. Now this is a set of Blood Moon I've been using for a very long time, which is 164, 252, 92, minus speed. Use whatever Blood Moon you feel more comfortable with. You could go for a faster Blood Moon if you want to, just in case outside of Trick Room you can outspeed some things, but I really like just going min speed. Mine also has 31 attack. If yours is better than that, definitely use it. We have Corviknight. This is going to be Fire Terra, Brave Bird, Iron Defense, Roost, Body Press. You can run Bulk Up if you like, but I really like Iron Defense because I want to get more boost into that defense stat so I can start going for the Body Presses. I feel like the attack stat's not as important, though it is good against Amoonguss. We have Leftovers. This could be Safety Goggles to just shore up that Amoonguss. That way Amoonguss can never beat Corviknight. But I went Leftovers. Do what you like. 220, 4, 196, 86, and 20. So this is going to be a very bulky Corviknight that's going to be able to do some damage using that Body Press. So playing a similar role to the Archludon, except it's a Corviknight and can't be hit by ground attacks. So that's nice too. Dusclops, we have Grass Terra. This is to avoid spores. We have Eviolite, Frisk. Frisk, of course, because we're playing close team sheet, best of 1 on ladder, right? Haze, Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, Trick Room. There's no attacking move on this, but I think it's perfectly fine. Will-O-Wisp kind of plays the role of the attack, and with Pain Split, you're always going to win races that way, unless they get crits. So we have 252 HP. We have 76 defense and 180 special defense with A+ defense, so that way they're pretty even. And of course, 0 speed, 0 attack. You're going to want to have that just in case those situations come up. But yeah, Frisk is what you're going to want to go with. If you are going to use this in a open team sheet, change that to Pressure. And then we have Amoonguss. Insert your Amoonguss here, but Dark Terror I think is the one that you're going to want. Pollen Puff, Spore, Rage Powder, and Protect. And it's just pretty bulky. This is going to help you against those size spam teams, because with the Dark Terra, they're not going to do as much damage. So that is that team. So this is a very fun team. I really, really do like it. Once again, go check out that video. Next, we have a sort of rain team with Pont. So Pont's going to be the Electric Terra with Focus Sash and Volt Absorb. This is going to help you against matchups against Archludon, as they're not going to be able to go for that Electro Shot on a switch in into Pont. You'll get that Volt Absorb. 4 HP, 252, 252, Jolly. We just want to be as fast as we can. Close Combat Revival Blessing. This is going to help you bring back some of your Pokemon that got knocked out. Double Shock with the Electric Terra. You can keep using it without having to worry. And of course, Fake Out. This is going to help you on first turn using your Palafin. Next, we have Pelipper. This is going to be Ghost Terror, Damp Rock, so it's a little bit different. We just want to increase the amount of turns Rain's going to be up, because Palafin needs more turns of Rain in order to really, really succeed, and also some of our other Pokemon benefit from it too. Drizzle, Hurricane, Weather Ball, Wide Guard, Tailwind. So no Protect on this, but we are going to run Tailwind. That's going to just help us be a little bit faster than our opposition. And 252, 132, 124. This is just a bulky version of Pelipper. That way, if they go out for like Fake Out, Wood Hammer, you still have a chance of surviving without having to Terrasilize. And that's always super, super useful, because that can allow you to go out with the Tailwind. Because, you know, then they're going to have to Grassy Glide or whatever, and you can have Fake Out. So there's going to be a lot in between that, but it does help you survive that play. Next, we're going to have Palafin. This is going to be Water Terra, Mystic Water, 0 to Hero, of course, Jet Punch, Wave Crash, Haze, Protect. You can run a couple of moves over Haze. I think Haze is going to be pretty important on this team, so I would say definitely run the Haze, but it's pretty standard. We got 100 HP just to make it a little bit bulky. 156 is going to be 140. It puts in a pretty good speed tier, and then 252 attack is going to just make sure it does a ton of damage with that Mystic Water, so nothing special there. Next, we have Goldango. This is going to be Steel Terra. Once again, insert your Goldango, the one that you feel most comfortable with, but we just want to do a lot of damage. We're going to go Leftovers, Nasty Plot, Shadow Ball, Make It Rain, Protect, and we're going to have 196 HP, so it's going to be pretty bulky, with a little bit of investment to defense, but our speed's going to be 115. This is so we're outspeeding Blood Moon Ursaluna if it's max speed, so that could be super important, especially under Trick Room, or Tailwind, my apologies. And then 196 plus, that's just going to make us do way more damage and potentially one-shot those Blood Moon Ursalunas. So that's kind of the role he's going to play. Next, we have Hydreigon. This is going to be a 252 set. We're going to go Scope Lens with the Focus Energy. This is just going to be a crit Hydreigon. We're going to go Poison Terror instead of Steel, because I just feel like we needed a little bit more. But you could go Steel Terra or Fire Terra if you want. I would avoid Fire Terra in a rain team, but do as you wish. And I just think it's pretty good. We're going to go Modest just to get the most out of the damage output there. And next we have Rillaboom. This is going to be Assault Vest, Fire Terra, Fake Out, Grassy Glide, Wood Hammer, and U-Turn. Insert your Rillaboom that you like, but I think this Rillaboom is really good for this team. It's a pretty bulky Rillaboom with good investment in special defense, a little bit in speed, and then a pretty decent attack stat. So I think this is a really good Rillaboom spread. But this team is just kind of aggressive. You're just going to go super, super aggressive. You got 2 Fake Out users. You got U-Turn. You can go into Pelipper, Palafin, you know, does a lot of damage, Goldango, Hydreigon, so they have to deal with all of these threats, and they don't really share any weaknesses, so that's the main point of it. Next, we have a Tyranitar team. I think Tyranitar is really good and super underexplored already early in the meta here. We have Assault Vest with Flying Terra. This is going to be Rock Slide, High Horsepower, Terra Blast, and Knockoff. We have 100 HP investment, 252 attack, and 124 in that special defense, and that's going to be bumped up significantly. And once again, that Flying Terra is going to allow us to avoid the Earthquakes coming out of Garchomp. We have the Bright Powder Sandveil with a substitute. This is a classic set. Dragon Claw, you can change this into whatever move you like, but I like Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Protect, and we have that Ground Terror. You can also change Protect if you really want to. And we're just going to go Adamant, 252, 252. There are some stuff that will outspeed him if we're going with this set, but we're hoping that the Bright Powder is going to be enough to avoid a lot of those attacks. So with the Sand Veil. We're just hoping to dodge attacks, get up the substitute, and then we can kind of sit there and do whatever we like. Next we have Goldango, and this is just going to be a 252. I thought about choice specs here, but we're going to go Metal Coat so we can keep the Protect. Nasty Plot, Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, always going to be good. This is a decent speed tier. You can go a little bit less if you want and maybe put some more bulk in, but yeah, or go modest. But then it's in a weird speed tier, and it just makes it kind of awkward, so we're going to stay there. Next is Incineroar. It's going to be Safety Goggles, Will-O-Wisp, Fake Out Knockoff, Parting Shot with Ghost Terror. You can use your Incineroar, the one you're comfortable with. But just use Safety Goggles because you're going to kind of need it for this team here. Next, we have Talonflame. This is going to be Flying Terror, Covert Cloak, Gale Wings, of course, 252, 252. The speed's not as important. We're going to go Brave Bird, Tailwind, Taunt, and Feint. So Feint is kind of a tech move. You could run... you know, like Quick Guard or something like that, but I think Feint gives us a lot of movement. It allows our Garchomp to really hit through Protects using that Earthquake, and they can't really escape from what you're trying to do. So I just felt like it gives a little bit more range. You could go Safety Goggles and Talonflame, but I think on Incineroar, it's going to be more beneficial. And our last Pokemon is actually going to be Electabuzz with Citrus Berry. I was just thinking of a Follow Me user, because after you get Garchomp behind that substitute, you kind of want to just take attacks away from him, so that way that substitute never gets broken. And I felt like Electabuzz might be a decent Pokemon for this, and it's Follow Me, Thunderbolt, Thunderwave, Protect, and you don't mind if he takes an Earthquake. If he goes down, then, you know, you get to switch into something else, but you could just take 1 or 2 attacks off of your Garchomp, and that could be what you need, especially to set up that substitute and go for a Protect Earthquake, or, you know, Follow Me Earthquake, something like that can just really help you deal with it. So your leads are often going to be like Garchomp, Talonflame, Tyranitar, Garchomp, Electabuzz, Garchomp. You might go like Talonflame, Goldango, Incineroar, Tyranitar, something like that. You're gonna. This has a lot of variety in what it goes with. In this slot, change it up. I wasn't fully set on Electabuzz, but I don't know. This could be something else. Just play around with it and see what you like. The next team is going to be Whimsicott Typhlosion. So this is a team that is very deadly, but pretty easy to stop. But when it works, it works. 252, 252, Timid, Covert Cloak, Water Terror. Terror doesn't really matter on this. Tailwind, Sunny Moon, Blood Moon, yeah, Moonblast, and Encore. A pretty standard set for a Whimsicott. It can't be faked out, so you're able to do that, and you're always going to be able to at least get the Tailwind up, if not the Sunny Day. And that's going to help you with your Typhlosion. This is going to be Fire Terror, Choice Specs, Blaze, Eruption, Heat Wave, Flamethrower, Shadow Ball. You're going to run 3 fire moves. Just in case you get hurt, you can't use Eruption, you're going to use Heat Wave, and just in case they have like Wide Guard, you can go Flamethrower, and then Shadow Ball is going to be your last opportunity attack. You're going to go 252, 252. He's actually in a pretty decent speed tier when he's modest, so this is something that could be really good for you. If they are a slower Goldango, you're always going to be faster than them, so you could take advantage of that as well. Next, we have King Gambit. This is also going to be Fire Terror, Assault Vest, Defiant, and it's going to have Terror Blast because you might have the sun up anyways. Sucker Punch, Kowtow Cleave, and Iron Head. This thing is just going to do damage, 252, pretty bulky. If they're running Incineroars, you're just going to get some boosts. Next, we have Mousehold. This is going to be Ghost, Wide Lens, Follow Me, Population Bomb, Super Fang, and Protect. The Super Fang could be Helping Hand if you want to, but this is just a Follow Me away, and if you need to, you can go for that Population Bomb. This could also be Focus Sash if you want to, though I don't know if it's completely necessary because you're going to be just trying to get attacks away from Typhlosion, so in the sun, you're not going to get knocked out by a water attack, and if it's a Ghost attack, you're also not going to be able to take damage, so it can kind of play that kind of role. And also Population Bomb to put it into range. Maybe if the sun's down, you could put a Pokemon into range with that, or Super Fang if they are a water type Pokemon or something like that. So there's a lot you can kind of do. Rillaboom, this is going to be Dragon Terra. Was not decided on what Terra this should be, but I went for Dragon. You can go Fire, you can go Water, you can go whatever you like. Assault Vest, Grass Surge, this is exactly the same set as the other one. So, except it's Dragon Terror instead of Fire. And then we have Dragonite. This is just going to be pretty standard, normal, Choice Band, Inner Focus. But with Giga Impact, I feel like Giga Impact is very, very good, but it can miss, so be careful. But if you do hit it, this thing does a ton of damage with normal Terra Choice Band. There's no more, Chen Pao, so you can't get the boost from Chen Pao, so you need something that does even more damage than Extreme Speed. And then it's just kind of bulky, a little bit fast. Once again, we're going to beat Blood Moon Ursaluna's, and this is so we can Ice Spinner to do some significant damage if we need to. Or Giga Impact, I think almost one-shots most of them, especially if they're going to be max speed. It might actually just one-shot them. But it definitely puts them into a position where if Mousehold went for Population Bomb or Super Fang, because Super Fang can't really miss. Population Bomb has a good chance of missing, but Super Fang is going to be really hard to miss with Wide Lens. And with that and Giga Impact, it always one-shots him, as well as pretty much every single Trick Room setter. So that's going to be your go-to there. And Ice Spinner, of course, to get rid of Psychic Terrain. So you have two forms of Psychic Terrain removal. And you have King Gambit that can really do well into those teams too, especially if it's the Hatterene version. All right, and the last team we have here is going to be an Ice team. I forgot to get rid of this chat over here. We got Ninetales with the Light Clay, Fairy Terra. You can go whatever Terra you like. Fire's also really good on this, but I'm going Fairy so we can do more with that Moonblast. Snow Warning. We have 4, 252, 252. There's a set I like a lot better than this, but it's for Urshifu, and there's no Urshifu, so I don't really need it anymore. Moonblast, Blizzard, Aurora Veil, Protect. You could change Blizzard to something like that, that Freeze, what is it called? I can't think of it. Freeze Dry. You could change it to Freeze Dry if you like. But you definitely don't need to. Blizzard is just as good, if not better. We got Mamoswine with Choice Band, Oblivious, so it can't be intimidated. Stellar Terra, I thought about Ghost Terra here, just so you can't be faked out. High Horsepower, Icicle Crash, Knockoff, and Hard Press. Yes, Hard Press. I needed another move, and I felt like Rock Slide wasn't the move that it needed. So, Hard Press, I put, you're unlikely to ever press this button, but maybe there's going to be an opportunity where something Fairy Terras and has a lot of HP, and, you go for the Hard Press, and it's going to be a one-shot with the Choice Band Stellar. So, and let's put a move nobody uses on there, you know what I mean? But you could put Rock Slide here if you really want to. I just feel like he doesn't need it, so... and then, as you can see, we have Dondozo. It's going to be Grass Terra, Leftovers, Unaware. I forgot to go over this. So he's 44, 180 plus. So this is going to give him a huge attack stat with the Choice Band. 44 here and 236. This is putting him in a pretty strange speed tier, but it outspeeds a lot of things that you might want to outspeed. And with the Hail Up, his defenses are actually pretty huge. Special defense is lacking, so you do have to be careful about that. Make sure that you have plans around that if they're special attack heavy. But yeah, we have Dondozo 172, 252. We're just going for the most attack we can. 36, so that way it has a pretty good speed here. A 44 here, so it goes up pretty well when he gets that boost. Leftovers, Wave Crash, Order Up, Protect, and Earthquake. And of course, we're going for the attack boost Tatsugiri, and that's going to be Steel Terra, Choice Scarf. So this is a pretty basic set. Muddy Water, Icy Wind, Draco Meteor, and Helping Hand. You can put any other move you'd like in this slot, but I think Helping Hand is really good, even though this is Choice Scarfed, because sometimes you just need that extra damage on like Mamoswine, which, once again, you could... This is probably better, right? I forgot he gets Ice Shard. It's probably Ice Shard, right? Helping Hand, Ice Shard on Choice Band, Stellar Terra. This probably does a lot of damage. We have Incineroar. Once again, this is just the same Incineroar. Use whatever Incineroar you like. And last but not least, we have Glamora with Assault Vest, Grass Terra, Energy Ball, Mortal Spin, Power Gem, and Sludge Bomb. This thing is just going to be really annoying. You're going to poison your opponent. And then you can go with the Dondozo stuff. So you can lead like Alola, Ninetales, Glamora, and... they can't really stop both of them from doing something, so what you could do is protect with like Alola Ninetales if they have Fake Out, and then you can go for, the Mortal Spin if they have like Incineroar or Rillaboom. You're going to get the poison off on them. You can go Grass Terra, Energy Ball if they have like a Water-type Pokemon, or you can Power Gem or Sludge Bomb to do some stuff. And if they fake this out, then they're going to put Toxic Debris out, and you can get up Aurora Veil on turn 2 or whatever. So... There's kind of a lot you can do with this team in that way, and as soon as you get those up, then you have Dondozo, Tatsugiri coming in endgame. Mamoswine with their Aurora Veil up, and the hail or the snow is just not going to take a lot of damage and going to output a lot of damage. And then you have, of course, Incineroar, who's going to be able to fake things out and allow your Mamoswine to just do a lot. So there's a lot you could do. You could call this 2-2 and then another 2 because it's not really 2-2-2, right? But I think it's a really interesting team and something I might try out of all these teams. This is the one I probably like the most besides the Scrafty team. Once again, I already made a video of. But if you guys tried any of these teams, let me know down below. I have a cool video idea for Wednesday, the last video before the World Championships, in which I'm going to be doing a video, I'm pretty sure every single day for the World Championship. Just recapping and everything like that. So stay tuned for that. If you did like this video, make sure you thumbs it up. If you used any of these teams, let me know down below. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you do so. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.